Hey everyone, I'm Joey. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a balloon alligator / crocodile. This is a very cool and fun shape to make that a lot of kids like. For this shape, you're going to need your handy dandy balloon inflator, one 260 size balloon twisting balloon that's going to be the alligator's body, and a scrap or a full white 260 balloon. If you've got a white 160 balloon that you can use for teeth, even better, but it doesn't really matter. I usually just stick with 260 balloons so that I don't have to order a bunch of different size balloons. Today I'm going to be using these sweet metallic balloon twisting balloons. I found these on Amazon. They are slightly smaller in width than the other 260 balloons that I use, but I don't really have an issue with that. They're extremely durable and they're also very easy to twist. So I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to go check those out. That bottom balloon is the standard 260 Kugel balloons that I use. This top one is part of the metallic pack that I get. It's just slightly thinner, but like I said, it doesn't affect any of my shapes whatsoever. I'll also put a link to the standard 260 balloons that I use as well as the hand inflators. When you're ready to get started, don't forget to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps my channel and it's a super small free way that you can show your support. Feel free to subscribe for some more balloon twisting, balloon decorating, personal finance, and business tips. Once you've gathered your supplies, let's get started. We're going to inflate this to about a 4 to 5 finger length tail. Spoiler alert, I inflated my balloon too much and I needed to break some off in order to let out some air. So you may want to shoot for a 6 to 7 finger length tail on your balloon. We're going to start on the alligator's nose and work our way down to the tail. Before I start twisting, I'm going to give my balloon a good squeeze to soften it. I'm going to make 2 sections that are about 4 inches long. We want these to be the same length because you're going to grab the nozzle with the hand that's holding the rest of your balloon. Hold the nozzle close to this twist right here and twist around these first 2 sections. After you've twisted these 2 sections around a few times, take the nozzle and stick it through the 2 sections. That's going to lock this in place. Next, we're going to do 3 consecutive ear twists. If you're familiar with ear twists, you know that it's just a 1-inch bubble. You fold that bubble onto itself, squeeze the sides on the bottom of the bubble, and take your other hand, lift up the bubble and twist it around. That's 1 ear twist. Now this is the tricky part. We're going to add 2 more ear twists to this joint. When I'm making these tight twists, I generally hold the rest of my balloon that has room for the air to go with my thumb, and I can put a lot of pressure right here because air has room to go down into the rest of the balloon. So I'm going to squeeze that into this joint. Sometimes I'll take my peace fingers and go around a previous ear twist that I've done. That seems to be a good method that I've figured out. So I'll squeeze it right there, pull up this 1-inch bubble, and make my second ear twist. Twist it around a few times to make sure it's not going to come undone, and do your 3rd ear twist. Same thing, I'm gonna take my peace fingers and put them on either side of previous ear twists that I've done, using my thumb to push on the bottom of the remainder of my balloon into this joint, pulling up with my other hand, twisting it around. Now we're going to orient these ear twists so that the 2 sections are coming out the top, the ear twists are all kind of in a line right here, and then the remainder of my balloon is coming out the bottom. You can see how durable these metallic balloons are because these are very tight twists, and I've put a lot of pressure into this joint right here, and it did not feel like it was going to pop. And it didn't, so just to show you, these are very durable balloons. Next, we're going to make a tiny little neck, which is going to be a 1-inch bubble. And now we're going to make 2 front legs, which are essentially just going to be really small loop twists. So we're going to fold the balloon over. I want the length of my loop twist to be like not more than 2 inches, probably between like 1 inch and 2 inches, really small loop twists. I'm gonna put pressure right here and twist around my first loop twist. Now we're going to make a second one for the other arm on the other side. All right, so I have run out of room on my balloon. So if this happens to you, you have a couple of options. You can restart your shape, leaving a longer tail, so just inflating the balloon a little bit less. You can try to move forward with the shape and just test your luck to see if this balloon's gonna burst on you. What I'm going to do is to do a quick break right on the end here and let some air out of it so that I have a little bit more room to twist my back two legs. So I only took off like the very end of this. I'm gonna slowly let some air out. And when I tie a knot back in it, I wanna make sure that I still have a tail, because if I just tie a knot right here, then everything that I just did is obsolete, because we still won't have any room for the air to go. So when I make my knot, I'm going to try to leave a little bitty tail on the end here. I can do this by making a loose knot and then pulling the knot towards the end of the balloon. There we go. So now I have a little bit of tail left. Now let's make a body that's about 3 inches. And the last two twists we're going to do are exactly the same that we did for up here for the front two arms. We're gonna do that same thing for the back legs. So 2 small loop twists. So my tail would have been a little bit longer had I not needed to add some more air to it. Now that we have our basic alligator crocodile shape, we are going to inflate the white balloon and use it for teeth. You only really need to inflate this white balloon probably like 6 inches. You don't need a lot, but you do need some tail on the end because we're going to be making some consecutive twists, and that uses a lot of room on the balloon. I'm going to wrap my nozzle of my white balloon around the joint that is made by these 3 ear twists. When your nozzle is wrapped around this joint securely, make sure your white balloon is coming out the side of these 2 green sections. Now we're going to make either 6 or 8 consecutive tiny bubbles that are going to be the teeth. The amount of bubbles that you're going to do will depend on how long you made your nose of your crocodile. It will also depend on how big your bubbles are. So I'm gonna try to make really tiny bubbles and do 8 of them. If you don't feel like doing that, or it's a little too tough, feel free to just do 6. So there I have 8 teeny tiny bubbles that I'm going to wrap around. And as I'm wrapping them around, I'm gonna hold the end of my white balloon. If I let it go, all of my twists are gonna come undone. I wanna hold them both with one hand and kind of spread out these front 2 teeth so that they're kind of like wrapping and grabbing the front of the alligator nose. I want to like slide these into the crevices of the 2 green sections. Then I'm going to put pressure on this white balloon here and wrap it around this joint. I can twist my white balloon to make it easier to maneuver around the pieces of this joint. When you've wrapped it around a few times, do a quick break and hide the rest of your white balloon in this joint. If you have trouble doing a quick break or making these consecutive bubbles, head back to our balloon twisting basics video and check those out for some tips. All right, now we're going to add the Sharpie art and we are done. And here you have your 1.5 balloon alligator slash crocodile. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed and are able to make your very own balloon crocodile. Don't forget to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. That's a super big help and a super small free way that you can show your support for my channel. You can subscribe for more balloon twisting, balloon decorating, personal finance, and business tips. Thank you all so much for watching my videos. Let me know in the comments below if there's any balloon twisting shapes or animals that you don't see on my channel that you'd like me to try. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Joey. I'll see you next time.